Hi everyone, my name is Erika and I'm a senior animal keeper at Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. And this is Atka. He came to us back in 2020 at just 8 weeks old when he was an orphan calf. And since then he's been a pretty busy moose. He's done a lot of growing, as you can probably see. He's also been participating in a lot of training with us. So most of our animals here at the zoo participate in voluntary husbandry training. And we train that through positive reinforcement. So basically that means after we ask an animal to do a certain behavior, we're going to follow that up with some type of reward. In this case, Atka's favorite are red crackers, as you guys can see here how much he likes them. But training it this way gives them a choice to participate in their training. We strive to give our animals the best lives possible here at the zoo. So a big part of that has to do with making sure that they're comfortable with coming over to us and having that confidence. And another part is giving them the control over their environment. And by doing it this way, by having them train voluntarily, it puts a lot less stress on them, and we can do a lot of medical behaviors without putting that stress on them. So some of the foundation behaviors that we've trained with Atka is coming over to the training panel here and lining up nice and parallel to the panel and being really close to it. So that way we have different access, or we have access to different parts of his body, and then also targeting to certain targets. So in Atka's case, it's a big pink tennis ball, perfect for Atka here, and he just has to touch his nose to it. So that lets us know that he's ready for us to start working on his feet or accessing different parts of his body. And then he gets some of his favorite snacks while he's doing that. And then if he doesn't want to participate anymore, all he has to do is take his nose off that target and we'll stop working on his feet. So when it came to creating a training plan for Atka, it was quite the collaborative effort from different departments around the zoo. So Atka is the only ungulate or hoofed animal in Rocky Mountain Wild. So our team has benefited from our experience with Rocky Mountain goats and knowledge shared from our giraffe keepers and trainers. They've become true experts in hoof care since they established their hoof care program nearly 10 years ago. So the more we learn about Atka as he grows into his adult moose, we track behavioral or physical trends so we can customize his care plan to best meet his needs as an individual. So we've seen Atka limp off and on since he's come to us as a baby. So hoof care is always going to be an important part of care for Atka. So shortly after he arrived, we discovered an abscess in his front left hoof. The infection caused by that abscess changed the structure of his toe permanently. So although we treated his abscess and he is fully healed from that unusual toe structure will likely give him an unusual gait for the rest of his life. It doesn't appear to cause him any pain. He just has one toe shorter than the other now. So hoof care won't give him a perfect gait, but it'll always be important that we work to reduce changes of additional hoof issues for him. He's also growing out a crack in his right rear hoof right now. So the majority of his hoof care has been focused on that foot. But however, we will start working on the other feet here pretty soon. And we've been trimming that one crack with a handheld grinder to help kind of even it out and help it grow out. And that crack is actually looking beautiful now. So it's been super awesome that he's been able to participate in that training with us. Especially when you think about that unusual sound and sensation, he's gotten really comfortable with allowing us to work on it. And as you guys can see, we train in any kind of weather, so rain, snow, or shine. In this video, you guys are seeing him practicing injection training. So again, using positive reinforcement, we ask him to line up by his training panel. And we start off training this by just poking him with our finger. And then once he's comfortable with that, we move on to practicing with a dulled needle, so you can kind of get a feel of what that's gonna feel like. And then once he's comfortable with that, then we'll actually give him the real vaccine. And just a couple weeks ago, he got his rabies vaccine for the year, and he did really great with it. He didn't seem to mind at all, so he got a lot of tasty snacks for participating in that. Now you guys probably noticed that he still has his antlers here. This is his first set, so his first time growing antlers. And you also notice that he has this little nub here. So last year when it was growing, he had a little run-in with the barn door, so his set became a nub and an antler. But that can be normal for moose to kind of break those antlers while they're still growing. So they are very porous and they're easy to break off, so it does happen occasionally. Now for those of you guys that may have watched our Canada moose Tahoma shed his antlers every year, he usually would do it around December, but actually he didn't shed his first set of antlers until March. So it's pretty spot on what Atka is doing right now. So it may have seemed a little weird in the beginning that Atka has kept his for this long, but it's pretty normal for the younger moose to kind of keep them a little bit longer. Thank you guys for checking in on Atka with us. We're super proud of the training accomplishments that he's made recently. So next time you're at the zoo, make sure to stop by and tell him that he's doing a great job and to keep up the good work.